This tutorial will cover how to access and use the Insights Data Formatter to configure the way your data is displayed in your Data Explorer and across all your Insights dashboards and data apps. I want to touch on a few details about the Data Formatter before we jump right in. The Data Formatter will only display the attributes recorded in the past hour and can only format numeric attributes. Attributes recorded as a string will not show up in the Data Formatter. If an attribute for a given data type you expected to see isn't displayed in the Data Formatter, you'll want to first check that it was recorded in the past hour and whether it was recorded as a string or as a float. To get to the Data Formatter, go into the Manage Data tab in the left bar menu of Insights. Then at the top in the submenu Options, select Formatter. On the Data Formatter page, select an event type from the drop-down menu button. This should change the list of attributes available for formatting below. Then select an attribute from the list below by clicking on it. This opens that data type panel for that attribute with all the formatting options on the far right. Starting at the top and working our way down, the first option is Automatic. New Relic Insights will attempt to select the correct format for an attribute based on the value that gets recorded. The next option is Duration. Attribute values are formatted to represent an amount of time, or duration, and assumes the value's original units are either seconds or milliseconds. When I select an original unit, the values are formatted to describe the duration in a meaningful way. After duration is Numeric. Attributes with numeric values are formatted with commas, and you can select the number of decimal points from 0 to 4 using the Precision option. You can also choose to humanize the value. For this option, the Data Formatter will attempt to round fractional components to the significant digits, up to 5 decimal places. For example, 1.20003 would be rounded to 1.2. Next, I see Timestamp. The value for a timestamp attribute represents a time formatted as seconds or milliseconds since the Unix epoch. When I select this option, I get 2 additional submenu options. First, I'll select either seconds or milliseconds, depending on my value's original units, and then below that is the relative format. This option allows me to change how the date is displayed in terms of how long ago the event took place from the moment I observe it. For example, if I select Always, no matter the date, the value will be described in terms of how long ago it was from now, whether 7 minutes ago or 13 hours. If I select Recent Only, the value will only be described in terms of how long ago it was if it occurred within a few minutes from now. If the date was not recent, it will simply display the exact date and time with no other formatting. And if I select Never, the value will always be displayed as a specific date. And finally, Unique ID. This option will apply no formatting whatsoever to the value and is used for unique numeric IDs. I use this option when I have an attribute value that I do not want to be formatted in any way. Now that you know how to use the Insights Data Formatter, you're ready to format your data exactly how you want.